Hello, students. This is Mrs. Straight, and I'm going to show you how to add 74 and 49. This one's going to be a little different than ones we've done before, so watch closely. The first thing you'll notice is that I used place value blocks this time rather than a quick draw. And I did that because I really want you to understand what happens when we need to regroup, when we need to make a group of a new 10 or a new 100. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to build 74 and 49, which I've done already. So I have 7 tens right here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 4 ones right there. Now I have my 4 tens and 9 ones for 49, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 9 ones. Now, as usual, we're going to start in the ones place, and I'm going to add 4 and 9. And I encourage you to start adding with your standard algorithm here. That's what we call it when we stack the numbers with the ones and the tens and we add them. And then use your place value model to check what you've done. So I know that 4 plus 9 is 14. And I know that because I put 9 in my head and counted on 4 more. So now I'm going to count over here. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have, once I get 10, I'm going to group them together. So I'm going to grab them and I'm going to pull this one in here, and that makes, right there they're highlighted, and that makes 10 ones. So I'm going to put them together, and you see what happened? They made a brand new 10, and I am going to change this 10 to be red, just so we see that that's an extra 10. That's a new 10 we made. What I notice now is that I have some leftover ones here. I have 3 leftover ones. So I'm going to put the ones right here in my ones place. Now I have a new 10 here that's not part of the 7 and it's not part of the 4 tens. So I'm going to put that new 10 right here on top. Now I'm done with my ones, but I need to add my tens. So I'm going to add 7 tens and 4 tens. And I know 7 plus 4 is 11. I know that because I put 7 in my head and I counted on 4 more. And that was 11. But I can't forget that I have this one right here because remember I added that. So that's an extra 10 that we had. So now I'm going to add that into the 11. 7 and 4 is 11 plus this extra 1. And if I'm not sure, remember, we check with the model. So I have 7 here from the 74. And I have 4 here from the 49. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. Now, what I know is that I can't have 12 because 12 doesn't fit in the tens place. 12 tens is made up of a 10, 10 tens, and 2 tens. So I'm going to take the 10 tens, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. And I'm just going to do like I did before, and I'm going to group them together. So I have 7, and oops, I did that wrong. Let me try that one more time. I have 7 here, and I'm going to pull in this extra one because it's a new 10. I can keep it in there. And so that's 8, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to grab a couple more here. I can get my hands around it. Right there. Pull it up here. And I need to grab this other one as well. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to take 10 of my 10s. Now I want you to notice something. These 2 here aren't highlighted because I only have 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to put those together. You see what just happened to my 10 tens? That became a new 100. So now I'm going to arrange things here so we can see it like we normally see it. So I have my 2 tens that are left over. That goes in my tens place, just like I had my ones down here. I have 2 extra 10s here. They didn't go into this new 100. So I'm going to write my 2 tens down here. There's my 2 tens. And now that's the leftover 10, so I'm just going to circle them so I remember. There's my 2 tens, And now I have 100. Because remember, 7 plus 4 plus 1 was 12. So that gave me 10 extra tens to make this new 100 here. That gives me 123. So my answer to 74 plus 49 is 123. And remember at the beginning I said that this was a little different than you did yesterday in your homework? And that's because this time we regrouped 2 times. We took our ones and we made a new 10. Then we took the tens and we ended up with 12, so we had to make a new 100. That means we had to regroup twice, and I can see that up here. We had 13 ones, which made a 10 plus 3. Then we had 12 tens, which made 10 tens, which is 100, and 2 extra tens left over. Then we just needed to add our 100, and we didn't have any hundreds here or here, so we had 123. I want you to do the same thing during your work today. Not all of your problems will regroup 2 times. Sometimes you'll have to regroup to make a new 10, and sometimes you'll have to regroup your tens to make a new 100. And remember, the magic number is 10. 10 ones goes together to make a 10. 10 tens will go together to make 100. Have fun!